Mhm. Could you give me a copy of the United States treaties and other international agreements? Oh, sure. I'm just going to want to go through each one of them and see how many treaties are being violated and how many international agreements. Just get me a copy of all of them. Now, as I mentioned this morning, if I'm sitting there tomorrow morning, yes, I will take the treasurers of every state. And then I will teach every state about the United Nations Convention of Children's Rights. Yes, because my sons are with their mother when they should be with me. Yes, and you had no consent from me. Yes, to put in publication anything, and you had no authority to do what you're doing. Now, I just wanted you to make sure. Okay, publicity, ouch, it requires the authority of the parent. Yes. Now, there are a couple other concerns. Yes, give me every public opinion poll of all of the actual political parties. Yeah, the target populations of them. Yes, and all of those that are being included in the polls. Yes, because my thought is that I'm going to start polling the United States of America. Yes, to find out exactly why it is that you don't right now. Get me every polling organization in this nation and the rest of the world. Yes, because I think you're lying. I think you're lying as a nation. Yes, and I'm going to sue right now. Now, public opinion poll, Bill of Rights, and were added to the Constitution further protection of the opinion, privileges, and opportunities as citizens, as to assure the states retained some autonomy. Now, it's obvious to me that this autonomy of the states, yes, is being abused because of the thought that they own the world. So why don't you give me all the public lands that are managed as public domain lands? Yes. Now, the United States government owns about 762 million acres. I told you about that place where I wanted to be buried by myself. Yes. I'd like to know all the employees of the BLM, the Bureau of Land Management. Yes, for the last 40 years. Now, there is more than 1 billion acres of public land have been sold, granted to homesteaders. Now, I found out that my grandfather, Ed Budnick, his actual legal name is Edward Budnick, which was probably in a common law marriage with my grandmother. Yes, he was. He's doing this. And the individuals, yes, that acquired that land, they had what was known as a Homestead Act in Arizona, yes, in approximately 1991, $53,000. This says that private owners acquired large amounts of other land under the Homestead Act until the mid 1930s. Yes. Did Elmer and Verna Holes acquire any land in Clallam County that belongs to me?